Here we are. You know the drill. We react. We go over the details. I share my thoughts. Okay. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. So it's a unit super attack with Frieza. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yo. Okay. All right. All right. This is definitely a Kale super attack, a Berserk Kale super attack. All right. I like it. I like it. Wait a minute. So she goes from Berserk to Super Saiyan Kale, Super Saiyan 2 Kale. It's like a reverse transformation. I mean, I know they do that in the series, but let's go. Oh, I like that shot. I like that shot a lot. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. That shot's actually pretty dope. Okay. These animations are pretty clean. Oh, I like the D-transformation a lot right here. That's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. Let me know down in the comments below which part of this super attack was your favorite. I'm sure Frost was kind of like undermined by the whole Kale thing. I mean, his animations are fine. His animations are fine. I do like the unit super attack. This shot's actually pretty cool when it, you know, snaps on Frieza and then snaps to him. That's actually pretty dope. But Kale's super attack, this is probably my favorite moment right here. Has a nice touch to it with the tears and then de-transforming to Super Saiyan 2. And then the end part right here where she takes this shot at Goku. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments below which part of this was your favorite. So we have this new Frost who has a unit super attack with Frieza. I think that's a pretty cool art right there, actually. I like that art. But let's go ahead and take a look at the details. Banner unit, Tech Frost. Leader skills transformation, boost category allies key +3. HP and attack and defense plus 130%. His super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to enemies, so pretty standard there. His unit super attack can be performed when there's an ally named Frieza attacking in the same turn. Now, the only thing is, this Frost is on Universe 6. Look, the categories is on ridiculous. But, you know, at least Transformation Boost, Universe Survival Saga, he can definitely be run on those 2 teams with the Frieza. So, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, actually. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and high chance to stun and seal the enemy. Actually, I like that. The only thing I don't like is that that effect is only happening on the unit super attack. So I feel like they could have at least attached high chance to stun on his first super attack, or on his super attack without the unit super attack with Frieza, or to seal the enemy's super attack. So I feel like they could have done that at the very least, so he would have been useful without a Frieza. But they didn't do that, so that is a little bit disappointing. And then, of course, keep this the way it is, a high chance to stun and seal the enemy. I think that would have been fine. It would have definitely made him useful by himself if you needed to use him by himself without a Frieza. His passive skill, attack and defense plus 80%, attack and defense plus 160% when performing a super attack. Not bad. Key +1 and attack and defense plus 3%. So I did read some of the comments. This is supposed to actually be a 30% buff for transformation boost category allies, plus an additional attack plus 30%. So a total of attack plus 60%, passive support boost for transformation boost and if they're on the Universe Survival Saga, chance of performing a critical hit, and defense plus 10% when there is a transformation boost category ally attacking in the same turn. He has a lot of restrictions for some very menial stuff. Like this whole chance of performing a critical hit and defense plus 10%. You kind of want it, but at the same time you don't, because it's so menial that why even put that in there? You know, if you're going to put a restriction like that in there, make this huge, like defense plus 50% and critical hit. Why not? If you're going to put a pretty big restriction like that in there. Performs an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack, pretty standard. Reduces attacked enemies attack by 20% for 2 turns. Attack plus 160% if the enemy is attack and or defense down, stunned or sealed. They put a lot of attack into this guy. I'm not sure if that was the best move. He is supporting transformation boost, which isn't bad. They could have tweaked a few things to make him viable, a little bit more viable, a little bit more flexible. I think overall this guy's okay for what he's doing. One of my main concerns with this unit is he's a banner unit. He's not gonna have the greatest attack stats. Why they were doing something to where, you know, he's getting a lot of attack, a lot more attack than he is defense, don't know. But as always, you never know until you actually use the unit, which I would have to do that in order to, you know, make a very conclusive and accurate statement about how good this guy is. But from reading this, it just doesn't seem like this is the right direction for a unit like this, especially a banner unit. I feel like they could have made some minor changes to make them just a little bit more useful and a little bit more viable, a little bit more flexible as a standalone unit. But his links are Universe's Most Malevolent, Tournament of Power, Warriors of Universe 6, Coward, Metamorphosis, Brutal Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. Coward's a little bit, I would say that's his weakest link. I think the other ones are fine, like Metamorphosis, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle, and Universe's Most Malevolent are actually some pretty good ones. Tournament of Power is pretty good, and also Warriors of Universe 6 is pretty good, but a little bit more restrictive to a smaller number of units. But let's go ahead and move on to the Kale. So I had this one pulled up first because I thought this was actually the first unit right here. But after seeing that, obviously, Berserk is actually the first unit that comes out. The first part of the unit. So she starts out in Berserk form, which is interesting. You know, we just got that Super Saiyan God Goku who detransforms basically, or transforms into Super Saiyan Goku. And we got Kale Berserk who detransforms into Super Saiyan 2. I think it's a great use of cards. I think it creates a little bit more variety. So pretty cool there. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and check out the details. I believe this is the, yeah, that's the Super Saiyan 2 Kale details. And this is the Berserk form Kale. So we got leader skill, Universe 6 or transformation boost category key plus 3 in HP and attack and defense plus 170%. Plus an additional HP, attack, and defense plus 30% for characters who also belong to the Universe Survival Saga or Full Power category. So we got Universe 6, transformation boost for her 200% condition. It's going to be Universe Survival Saga or Full Power. So if we take a look at these categories, so we've got obviously this Super AGL, Kale and Caulifla are getting their easy A. We don't know their details at the moment, as far as I could tell, as far as I could, you know, find. Okay, you've got this roster of Universe 6, which we know is a very, very small category. I mean, the fact that they're getting a 200% leader is absolutely incredible. But as you can see, it starts, you know, you have these TURs right here. That's it. That's your full roster of Universe 6 category characters with TURs. It's pretty small. So, and then you know, you've got the SSR forms down here. It's a very, very small category. So the fact that they're getting this 200% leader buff is a pretty good deal for them. I mean, you've got transformation boost, which you know, this category is actually pretty big at this time. There's quite a few characters on transformation boost, because you've got characters that don't actually have a transformation active skill or anything like that that are on this category. And then of course any unit that actually transforms with some kind of passive skill or active skill will also be on this transformation boost category. So transformation boost has quite a bit of variety here to choose from. We'll just have to take a look at her links and see what's up, but you know, you have a bunch of extreme and super class characters in this category. But then when you take a look at Universe Survival Saga, it's obviously everyone in the Tournament of Power who is fighting for their universe. So this is a pretty big variety as well. But the 200% condition is what Universe Survival Saga applies to in their leader skill. It definitely helps out that Universe 6 leader category here for the 170%, and then the extra 30% going to Universe Survival Saga category. It's definitely going to be a huge buff to Universe 6. And then if we take a look at full power here, I mean, the fact that they're on full power, I mean, they would be on the 200% leader skill anyway, but I mean, you've got this Gohan who he's on a lot of 200% teams anyway, and a lot of categories, but you've got some pretty good selection of units here under full power category as well. So I mean, it's not the biggest category, but there's still some hard-hitting units, very good units with a lot of utility to choose from here. I would say her leader skill overall is actually pretty good, and the weakest link will probably be Universe 6, since they're just so small. There's not a lot of selection to choose from, and any of the premium units, you know, if you're newer to the game, you're not going to have a lot of those Universe 6 units because they're just very sparse. So the fact that they put transformation boost and full power, those two can go pretty good together, because a lot of transformation boost characters are going to have the full power category attached to them, because just for the fact that, you know, transformation boost, when that happens in the series, it usually means that they're going to the next level of full power at that time in the series. So that's actually a pretty good thing, and they kind of translated that into the game, which is pretty good. So I do enjoy her leader skill. I think it's pretty good. There are some flaws to it, but overall I think it's a pretty good selection of categories they chose for the actual leader skill and the 200% condition. So but her 12 key super attack effect is greatly raises attack for one turn and causes immense damage, so that's a little bit worrisome. No defense on her super attack, but let's go ahead and take a look at her passive and see what's up. Attack and defense plus 160%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 60%, and high chance to perform a crit. Perform an additional super attack when performing a super attack. Sorry, when performing a super attack. It stops right there. Okay, so yeah. All right, so attack and defense plus 160% at the start of turn, and then she gets an additional attack and defense plus 60% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 20% up to 60% within the same turn with each super attack performed. So is that only within that turn? So to me, it sounds like she would be a second or third slot unit right there. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 160% and great chance to perform an additional super attack when there is a Universe 6 category ally other than this character attacking in the same turn. I hate this one. Attacking in the same turn. I wish it was a condition where it says, you know, on the team. It would make it a little more flexible, a little more viable. At this point, with that condition, you'd want to run her with a full Universe 6 category team, or at least, you know, another Kale or a Caulifla run beside her and just keep them on the rotation. So that could work, I guess, but I just don't. That condition just bothers me a little bit. I don't know why. I mean, it's a little bit restrictive, that's probably why, but yeah. So active skill requirement can be activated when there's a character whose name includes Caulifla on the team from the 4th turn from the start of battle, or when this character has performed 6 or more super attacks during battle. I mean, in her passive, she has a lot of chances of performing additional super attacks. What typing is she? AGL, hey, you know what? That works out because AGL inherently has additionals at 55%. So they're already, I like this. Okay. The typing has a synergy with what kind of unit she is and what she's doing in her passive skill. I like that. Her active skill is Super Saiyan 2 Kale. She transforms. Her links during Berserk are the Saiyan lineage, Battlefield Diva, Berserker. Prepared for battle, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. I mean, not a bad link set. Battlefield Diva, obviously, that's going to basically encompass Peppy Gal category characters. Berserker sucks. Everything else is pretty good. Okay. Her teams are Peppy Gal's Universe Survival Saga, Pure Saiyan's Transformation Boost, Universe 6 Exploding Rage, Rapid Growth, helping out Rapid Growth a lot. Also Bond of Friendship, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2. She's helping out Super Saiyan 2, which is good. Miraculous Awakening and Full Power. All right, so she's helping out some pretty small categories there, so that's good. That's good. But let's go ahead and move on to Super Saiyan 2 Kale here, her transformation or her D-transformation. So to Super Saiyan 2 Kale right here. Well, I don't know, actually. The semantics behind it. Does she actually D-transform, or is she actually just taking control of that rage? I think that's actually the case. She's actually taking control of that rage and is consciously in control while also maintaining the power of Berserk. I think that's actually the case right there. But her 12 key super attack effect is raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and medium chance to perform a critical hit. Passive skill, defense plus 100% for 6 turns. Attack and defense plus 200% at start of turn. Attack plus 120% and performs 2 additional attacks, which have a medium chance to become a super attack when performing a super attack. This defense, though, for 6 turns, that's pretty good. High chance to guard all attacks. I'll be honest. High chance to guard all attacks. I've actually had some pretty good luck with that. So, I mean, I know it's only high chance, but it is nonetheless high chance to guard all attacks. I'll take it. I'll take it. Attack and defense plus 60% for 3 turns when receiving an attack. I think this kit's all right. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the attack and defense plus 200% at the start of turn, and then you get defense plus 100% for 6 turns. That's 300% defense. And then she has a high chance to guard, which is decent. It's not what we'd want, but it is decent. And then an extra, defense and attack plus 60% for 3 turns when receiving an attack. So, I mean, after she gets attacked, she's at 360% defense total with all of her passive skill stats. But let's move on. Guards all attacks and defense plus 160% when there is a Universe 6 category ally other than this character attacking in the same turn. So you definitely want to use at least what am I trying to say here? You definitely want to use at least 1 rotation to keep a Universe 6 category ally on the rotation with her, for her to get her full passive activated in both forms. So I think with her leader skill the way it is, I think that's all right. I think that's all right, because you can flex between transformation boost and Universe 6 and create a pretty decent team with those 2 categories. You can't create the best combination of teams with those 2 categories, but it's not going to be the worst. It's not going to be the worst experience ever trying to create a team between those 2 categories, I'll have to say. So I think it's decent. I think it's decent for sure. As much as I don't like the whole condition of attacking in the same turn, this situation could be a lot worse with 2 other categories that just don't go well together. So, and we know that Universe 6 actually has, Caulifla, Kale, Kaba. They're all going to be on transformation boost too. They're also Universe 6, but there's definitely, other Universe Survival Saga characters, which keep in mind that's part of the 200% condition, that are on transformation boost. So very, very good. Very good. And her links stay the same, except Berserker becomes Super Saiyan. Wait, this is Super Saiyan 2 Kale, right? Yeah. No, this can't be Super Saiyan. It's got to be Super Saiyan 2. Right? That's got to be Super Saiyan 2. That must be a typo. He must have typed that wrong. Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle. So yeah, everything stays the same except for that. All right. My thoughts. I think this is an overall great unit. I wouldn't say super busted. Obviously, as always, you know, you actually have to use the character in order to know exactly how good a character is. But based on what we read here, pretty decent character. A little bit restrictive with the Universe 6 category ally having to be in the same turn, attacking in the same turn. But with the leader skill the way it is, I think it'll be pretty easy to get that on this team, to get her full passive going, even though it is a little bit restrictive. I just think the combination of categories that she's leading is going to make it somewhat easy and somewhat viable for sure. But overall, her kit is actually pretty good, and I would say she's definitely a damage dealer. She's gonna have a lot of defense. She's gonna have, you know, that guard in her Super Saiyan 2 transformation. Oh, I think does she have guard here? Oh, she has damage reduction in Berserk, no guard. But then she gets guard and loses the damage reduction in Super Saiyan 2. I wish they would have kept damage reduction with Super Saiyan 2. I think that would have been fine. After seeing that, after realizing that, I think that's my only complaint with this unit, is the fact that they took away damage reduction in her Super Saiyan 2 form. I mean, she is guarding all attacks, depending on, you know, whether or not you have a Universe 6 category ally in the same turn. At all times, she has a high chance to guard all attacks. But if they would have kept the damage reduction in Super Saiyan 2, even if they would have kept, you know, this condition, reduces damage received by 20% up to 60% within the same turn with each super attack performed. Even if they would have kept that same exact condition, that would have made her like 20 times better. 20 times better in Super Saiyan 2. That's probably my only complaint with this unit. But other than that, she's actually pretty good.